I'm 100% sure Sheffield United were the better team.
This is not banter. Like you're giving your analysis purely.
Yeah, I'm giving my analysis purely.
Let's hear
on a serious play. I think in the comment section, if you fans, sub viewers, whatever, give your analysis too. Sheffield United look better than I've ever seen them look since they got to the Premier League. They actually look good, and I feel like United got the Scott McTominay goal, which was against the run of play, and then the Diallo goal, which was, I mean, that happens once a season for Diallo, really. You can't go into matches thinking Diallo is going to bail you out. That's probably not going to happen most times. So for me, Manchester United got the results, but was worrying about their form. The form still hasn't gotten the uptake. Yeah, the result is good, and I get now you've gotten 2 wins in your last 2 games. So yeah, good results there, but the performances still don't look great for me.
I'd like to start off this episode by saying rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton and condolences to the Charlton family on the passing of a legend of the game, a legend of Manchester United, a legend of English football, a legend of even world football, who passed on at 86 years of age.
Yeah, RIP to Sir Bobby, the greatest English player ever, probably the greatest Manchester United player ever. Former record goal scorer for each team, won the World Cup, won the Champions League, had the whole tragic Busby incident that he survived. Like, that was actually a man that embodies Manchester United Football Club. It's a sad day for the club. And condolences to the Charlton family, and we wish Lady Norma the strength to bear this devastating loss. Moving on from that, there were big fixtures in the Premier League. Huge.
Big games, a couple derbies. But let's start off with Manchester City, where it looks like Erling Haaland's magic is fading.
Yeah, I'll say it does look like it's fading. But I'll say that's, for me, I'm not going to get too excited by that just yet, because I feel like City are a depleted side at the moment. We know how important Kevin De Bruyne was to him in scoring goals, De Bruyne being out, and then we know how important Rodri is to Manchester City. They haven't lost in like 36 matches previously then he gets a red card, suspended for 2 games, they're losing back-to-back games. He comes back, they're winning, keeping a clean sheet, Haaland is scoring. So I think we're back to business as usual, and he's still top goal scorer. So
I mean, yeah, he's still top goal scorer, but this was Manchester City versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton, a good side themselves, but Brighton have conceded at least 3 goals in their last 4 games. So you would expect that Manchester City will see this game as one where they can score, all of those goals.
The Premier League is weird. It's a big game. Teams that City would have destroyed and Brighton destroyed might cause City problems sometimes. Like you don't really know how it's going to go. But yeah, good game. Haaland, I won't be too worried about Haaland just yet. He's still in my FPL team. So I think I actually made a mistake not captaining him and not Salah, but I think the smart money is probably still on Haaland. Over the course of the season, De Bruyne will come back, City will get back. He'll be back.
Yeah, definitely. I also made that mistake too. But there was, during the weekend, over the weekend, all of the FPL gurus that I follow had sort of pointed out that fact that they weren't going to captain Haaland. Some captained Mbeumo, some captained Watkins, and it did pay massive dividends for those managers. But moving on from Manchester City, there was Chelsea versus Arsenal, a London derby.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Big game. Looked like Chelsea were going to take the win until that Sanchez
Chelsea
howler.
were the better side for most of the game. I guess they can be grateful for they received the howler by themselves for the Arsenal keeper as well. So I guess Oduro counts to Oduro. But Chelsea look really good, and this is what a team looks like when you can tell it's being coached well. So you can see they're improving week on week. And something that really stood out to me was how well they press Arsenal. And pressing is not something that you can. It's not about the players being motivated to press. If the manager doesn't actually coach and drill in these pressing patterns, then any Premier League side will walk through a side that's not pressing well, or you see cases where one guy is pressing and he's calling the red square and pressing, so there are gaps everywhere. But that wasn't the case for Chelsea. It looked like everything worked. Cole Palmer looked very good for a young player. He's been looking, since he came for City, he looked good, and he made the bold move to Chelsea, said he wanted to start games. He told Sterling, no, I'm taking the penalty, took it and scored it coolly. Great game for Chelsea. Gallagher looks great. Rich James came back. He came back and he considered soon after, but he looked better than the Rolls Royce Saliba on the other end that we're always talking about. And he's 38, almost twice his age.
Massive shout out to Thiago Silva and Chelsea. But Arsenal, what do you think that means for their title charge? They looked like they were losing that game.
They did.
They were going to lose that game.
They looked like they were losing that game. Arsenal haven't looked great this season. Like, last season they looked really good when they weren't playing. They looked really good, but now it's not as fluid as it used to be. The goals aren't coming as they used to be. Odegaard was kind of missing in that game. Wasn't really creating. They didn't even look like they were going to score. Bryce had to step up with a great finish, but yeah, like we said, that was a howler, a mistake that it was gifted it, but yeah, the execution was brilliant there. Arsenal, they should be worried. Like, if they're going to win the title and challenge City, you'd have expected them to do more in this game than they did. But Chelsea have taken points from Liverpool and Arsenal now this season. Like, people just think you're just going to run over Chelsea, but it's still Chelsea at the end of the day, and they proved it in 2 of the big games they played now.
Yeah, and saying it's still Chelsea, that just goes to show the golfing class in, the expectations that Chelsea are saddled with and their current realities. But I'll still say, for Arsenal to go to Stamford Bridge and get a draw any day is a good result, I think.
They didn't play well enough, and I feel Arsenal, what they're up against now, I'm sorry, like, they're not good results. And one thing I say is, in this title race, a draw is a loss. Like, if you actually look at it, Arsenal are unbeaten this season. City have lost 2 matches, but they're on top of them. That 1 point, you're really wasting your time 1 point. So, Arsenal, in this situation they have, they should be beaten. They need to beat everybody else, pretty much everybody else. And a team like Chelsea, who isn't doing that well, like, that's a statement win for Arsenal. They should have won that game.
Okay, moving on from that, there was Sunderland versus Manchester United. That was the,
Sheffield. See, you don't even know the name of it is.
Sorry, Sheffield United.
That's how. That even goes to my point.
Sheffield United versus Manchester United.
This is the most random team in the Premier League. I saw the manager. I don't know the first time I've seen this guy. The players, there were so many players. Hiku bottom. The players, I've never seen them before. They're not Premier League players. They're sure to go down. But I say this to say, they give Manchester United a game.
They what?
They gave Manchester United a game. I watched that game for 90 minutes. And Sheffield United could have won that game. Like, for Manchester United to have to use
is this serious?
A screamer, I am 100%.
Is it for real? Is it for real?
I'm 100% sure. Sheffield United were the better team.
This is not banter. Like, you're giving your analysis purely.
Yeah, I'm giving my analysis purely.
Let's hear
on
it.
a serious play. I think in the comment section, if your fans, sub viewers, whatever, give your analysis too. Sheffield United look better than I've ever seen them look since they got to the Premier League. They actually look good, and I feel like, United got the Scott McTominay goal, which was against the run of play, and then the Diallo goal, which was, that happens once a season for Diallo, really. You can't go into matches thinking Diallo is going to bail you out. That's probably not going to happen most times. So, for me, Manchester United got the results, but was worrying about their form. The form still hasn't gotten the uptake. Yeah, the result is good, and I get now you've gotten 2 wins in your last 2 games. So, yeah, good results there, but the performances still don't look great for me. Like, you scored 2 goals, but Scott McTominay and Diallo, like, Rashford isn't looking like who he was last season. Højlund, the 6 games in, he still hasn't scored yet. Garnacho, so the whole attack has 1 goal across them at the moment. I don't think Ten Hag should be liking what he's seeing. I don't know if United fans should be liking either.
Moving on from that, there was also Liverpool and Everton, another big fixture. Liverpool were able to win that one 2-0, courtesy of a red card to Everton early in the game. Okay. And that sort of switched the momentum of the game. Everton looked like their tactic was working. They gave Liverpool a scare in about 30 seconds into the game. They were pressing well, they were defending well. And until that red card, everything switched off.
Good game. Everton had 1 chance on goal the whole game in the 30 seconds, which is it would have been typical for us to concede after international break 12:30. We concede first in every game. To concede there would have just been, the shots have scored. Let us start again like that. But good game. Salah stepped up with 2 good goals. All the pieces around the team are looking good. Luis Diaz, I'm not really loving his game these days, but Szoboszlai looked good. Ryan Gravenberch started, so we had 3 new midfielders playing their Merseyside for the first time, all starting, and they all played really well. So good result, 1 point off the top, and 1 point off the top, and that one game that we lost, we all know what happened in that one game that we lost, but I prefer not to speak. Let's just keep watching the Premier League.
Okay, and that was the game where, remember, Liverpool felt like they were slighted in that Tottenham game, but
we did 2 games slighted. They confessed it. PGMO said that they were slighted. It's not about feeling.
Okay, that was that game where Liverpool were hard done by the VAR and the referees for having chalked off a goal that definitely should have stood. And after that game, now Liverpool have had good decisions, bad decisions actually going in their favour. That red card against Everton definitely went in their favour. The red card against Everton.
You don't think it was a red card?
The first yellow card shouldn't have been a yellow card if Shimikas or Simikas, whatever his name, was not going to have
No,
yellow card
got a
offense.
yellow card now.
He didn't get a yellow card for that first offense. Yep. So he should have been given a yellow card for that offense, and then if he got a second yellow card, he would have been given a red card too. Konate as well should have been given a second yellow card, and Klopp was smart enough to quickly remove him, and then even made a comment saying we were definitely lucky with that. But of course, that just goes to show the inconsistency of Premier League referees. They are some of the worst in the world. I rank them as poorly as I rank African referees, and that's that on that. Moving on from that, there's big fixtures happening in the UEFA Champions League over the next couple of days, tomorrow and next tomorrow. But tomorrow I feel like packs the biggest punch. We have Bayern playing tomorrow, we have Inter playing tomorrow, Napoli, Union Berlin play tomorrow, Sevilla, Arsenal tomorrow as well, Braga, Real Madrid, Lens, PSV, and Manchester United, Copenhagen also tomorrow. What are your picks for tomorrow's fixtures?
And I won't lie, I'm not going to tap into the Champions League for obvious reasons. But tomorrow, are United playing tomorrow? I think Copenhagen.
Yeah, Copenhagen, 2 losses
out of 2.
So
that's the game I'm interested to see, because a loss in that game could probably spell United might not qualify from the Champions League group. I'm excited to see Bayern again. I think they could be strong picks for the UCL this season. Harry Kane is on fire. Musiala is on fire. Sane is on fire. Who do Arsenal? Arsenal play Sevilla.
Sevilla.
That's another very big game to see how Sevilla might rough them up. Arsenal are under good in Europe. We just saw Sevilla get good results against Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos is funny because he sold against Barcelona, then played a great match.
Played a great match against Real Madrid. Like, how do you do that?
Saying, I can't believe Ramos to do this. I'm so disappointed Ramos. Sergio Ramos did what Sergio Ramos has done for 2 decades, and you celebrated, you cheered it on. Now he's doing it here, you're crying. But yeah, Sevilla versus Arsenal is a very big game. Arsenal, they shouldn't take that game lightly. All of us know, we've seen Sevilla in European competition. We know what happens when they get going. So I'm excited to see that as well. City, you know what they're going to do. Yeah, that's really what I'm looking for.
Okay, to quickly touch on Wednesday's fixtures as well. Let me bring up my fixtures list here. Yeah, some really, really big games on Wednesday. The group of death, Newcastle and Dortmund on Wednesday, 8 p.m. West African time. Newcastle will be at home.
Oof.
That would be big.
That's a huge game because whoever was at home was going to be a big factor. We're talking about 2 of the most rocking grounds in Europe historically and right now. BVB, the Signal Iduna Park, the Yellow Wall, Newcastle. You know Newcastle has been like these past few weeks. It was the atmosphere. Newcastle's PSG is the best atmosphere I've seen in a match in a very long time. Yeah. They were celebrating literally everything. That's a very big game. How I'm going to call it, low key, I have to go with Newcastle. That home form is too good, and they're too strong going forward right now. Dortmund have lost key players. It should still be a good contest. They have Adeyemi, they have Royce, but I have to go with Newcastle, man. They're scoring goals for fun.
Yeah, PSG Milan as well.
Another big game. PSG need a result here, as in if they're going to leave the group. Not leaving the group will be a disaster, but in a group of death, it is very possible. So I'll go with PSG for this one. I'm assuming it's in Paris?
Yeah, it's in Paris.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in Paris, yeah. I expect Mbappe to deliver again. He always delivers.
Yeah, and for Manchester City, what looks like it will be a walkover, but Man City themselves are not doing exceptionally well at the moment. But of course, they face young boys away.
Definitely decking them. Don't even matter.
And that should be the end of the episode. But we want to say a very, very big shout out to Kamaru Usman, who did lose, but it looks like we're witnessing the end of the Nigerian domination of martial arts, martial arts sports, right? Israel Adesanya has lost his title. Kamaru Usman has lost 2 back-to-back. Anthony Joshua ended a long time ago, but it looks like he's going to face Deontay Wilder in the undercard for the Fury versus who?
What's his name?
Fury versus Ngannou. Yeah, Fury versus Ngannou fight. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, like I said, massive congratulations to Kamaru Usman. He's had an excellent career so far. If he does hang his gloves at this moment, wait, don't even use gloves. If he does hang his what? If he decides to step out of the ring, if he decides to step out of the ring, out of the octagon, at this stage, you can't fault him. He's had a very, very illustrious career.
Yeah. Shout out to Champ. I met him once actually, like 2 years ago in Lagos. I might be able to brush you, I can't lie. As in, so you know when you watch guys on TV, you always look so big and all, but I was sat next to him, like, I'm taller than this guy. He's not tall. He's not that much broader than me. I was looking at the length of my arms. As in, You can't deal with my length, man.
It's about the you know what they say when everybody has a game plan until you face that left hook. You know,
I'm too far away. I'm too long, bro. You can't reach me, bro. I'll be boxing.
Yeah, most definitely interesting stuff. We'll catch you guys in the next one. When we come back, the UCL fixtures will definitely have happened. And yeah, we would like to know your thoughts. Like I said, in the comment sections, anywhere you're watching this, let us know your predictions. And yeah, for myself and Shopsy, adios.